My name is Josephine Gilbo. I'm a 17-year Army veteran. I recently got out of the military last year. Having that background as an intelligence officer and understanding what defense actually is, I can see clearly that this is not self-defense. We have technology that we can see exactly who's in these locations and buildings. So they're targeting and bombing homes knowing who and how many children were actually inside. The civilian casualties is catastrophic. They're targeting homes filled with children. The elite that sit in Capitol Hill sit there and lie over and over and over. I just want to highlight one of the biggest awakenings that I think I've had the last few weeks coming here and lobbying with the senators and the congressmen is just how corrupt our government is, and that anyone that's in the military is simply just one chess piece that they use at their leisure for their own internal gain to protect their own internal assets and money.
Unless and until the Netanyahu government allows more relief into Gaza, the President Biden needs to invoke Section 620I of the Foreign Assistance Act. Madam President, here's the exact language of that section of the Foreign Assistance Act. Quote, "No assistance shall be furnished under this chapter of the Arms Export Control Act to any country when it is made known to the President that the government of such country prohibits or otherwise restricts, directly or indirectly, the transport or delivery of United States humanitarian assistance." Now, about 3 weeks ago, I asked senior State Department officials to tell me why this law, Section 620I of the Foreign Assistance Act, has not been applied. Tell me how it's not the case that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not restricting directly or indirectly the transport or delivery of United States humanitarian assistance when we have the humanitarian horror show that I just mentioned. Well, I haven't gotten an answer to the question I posed about 3 weeks ago. And the answer, Madam President, is there is no good answer to that question.
At the University of Texas in Dallas, doing some work here, trolling a top executive of Lockheed Martin. Let's watch it right now.
That you have a very impressive resume. During the 18 years that you spent working on the F-22 jets and the years since that you worked on the F-35, if you were to give an estimate, how many children do you think you've killed?
I don't even know how to answer that question, nor will I give it a shot.
Thank you. Hey boss, as a business major, company culture is a big factor when looking for internships, especially at a project manager position where you can spend most of your time working with others. What can you share about company culture and working with a team of genocide supporters and murderers?
That's another one I'm not going to answer because that's not who I work with.
And I'm just wondering, as let's say an intern working on, like as a systems engineer or software engineer, I don't know if you'd be able to speak on this, but would you be working on a small part of those systems? Are you working on projects with business impact? Like, would I be kind of doing like a small little side project, or would I be able to directly contribute to the murder of Palestinian children?
That was a really well done protest. Having dealt with these types of protests significantly, that's one of the most well done that I've seen.
You see how these people are living under constant surveillance and they're being fucking demeaned and dehumanized. And then you see these fucking guys like building these tract houses like they live in fucking Orange County. Mm-hmm. You know, in the middle of like this political reality, which is brutal and fucking like inhumane. And I lost it. I lost it then. And I went back and I told my parents, and we got in big arguments. I was like, you know, this is what we were told was important, was to support fucking Israel so the Holocaust doesn't happen again. That's what we were told. Mm-hmm. And that's what my parents were told when they were growing up. And they knew survivors, you know, and it freaked them out. And I understand why there's like this like narrative in the Jewish community, but like it doesn't make Jews more safe. You know, it's a failure of a project, and then now we're seeing like this fucking bloody reality.
I'm Jewish. The reason that I'm telling you that I'm Jewish is because I have a concern about something that's going on in the Jewish community. On March 10th, there is scheduled to be an Israeli real estate sales event at the Keter Torah Synagogue. That event violates both domestic law and international law. We don't allow real estate events to be for whites only, for Jews only, for anybody only. Now, as Jews, we don't get to fly under the radar and break the law and hide it in a synagogue. It violates international law because West Bank settlement homes are going to be available for sale at this real estate event. On the website, it lists 3 different West Bank settlements. Those settlements are in and of themselves illegal by international law. If we allow this sale to go through, we are enabling a local synagogue to violate both domestic anti-discrimination laws and international law. Now, there's other reasons we shouldn't allow it, okay? There's a genocide going on right now. I don't care who that offends. More than 35,000 people have been killed. More than 13,000 children have been killed. People in this community are in deep mourning. People in this community are angry. I'm angry. What this real estate event is going to do is it's going to fan the flames. If it goes forward, there will be a demonstration. I know there's going to be a demonstration because I'm going to organize it.
Well, this is a great initiative to show solidarity with the Palestinians in the current context of genocide being carried out against the people of Gaza. There's no way that these murals could have been painted in Palestine because the artists would have been shot dead by the Israelis. But here today in Belfast, a group of artists from around Belfast have finished these murals here. They painted images that had been sent to them by Palestinian artists. So it's just a great show of solidarity between Belfast, Ireland and the Palestinian people. Here on the Falls Road in Belfast, this is one of the busiest tourist spots in the whole of Ireland. Thousands upon thousands of tourists come to this spot every week. This is known as the International Wall, where artists paint murals reflective of the solidarity that Irish people show with other countries and internationally. And thousands upon thousands of people from all over the world will see these murals every day from here on in.